So, I'm making a roguelike where your health, your ammo, and the currency you use to buy upgrades are all the same unit. So, about a year ago, I got back into making games on Unity. And I have made a couple games and I've learned a lot of things along the way, but I've never made a full Unity game. And I want to do that now and actually try and release it on Steam. The idea is to make a Binding of Isaac style roguelike, where throughout the run you will be able to get temporary upgrades, like say increasing your damage and your fire rate, and permanent upgrades like increasing your health and your move speed. Yeah, I know that's technically a roguelike, but the SEO is not strong enough with that one. So the gimmick for the game, however, is that your ammo, your health, and your currency are the same unit called blood, and the only way to get more blood is by shooting and killing enemies. So every time you shoot or buy an upgrade, you lose health, but on the other hand you become stronger and can kill more enemies, getting more blood. If I did my job right, the game becomes a balancing act between how much you want to spend and how much of a risk you want to take. So for example, you could become a tank, where you can save up a lot of blood and take a lot of damage, but also can't dish out as much damage because you're not as strong. That is a more safer and quieter way to play the game. But on the other hand, you could also just become a glass cannon, where you invest everything into damage and all your shots pretty much one shot, but you also die very easily. Hopefully that kind of variety should keep the game unique enough in a top-down shooter saturated market that people would want to check it out. And that's at least the gameplay element of it. I also want the game to have a story, which would be about you being a vampire, being stuck in a prison and having to shoot your way out, and to help you is a blood mage who is gonna take all the blood you collect and give you a bunch of powers and upgrades. And as the story goes on, you will learn a lot more about these characters, their motivations, about the prison itself, and the conclusions to the story. I want the gameplay to be a lot like Hades, where you go on a run and then come back to the hub and there's a lot of dialogue and the story progresses, and then every time you go out you want to come back to listen to the story, and then every time you are at the hub you want to go out for a run. And after about 2 months of work, this is what I have so far. It's a character model that generally works, a random level generator that also mostly works for enemy types, one boss, and I have the blood and shooting in the shops set up. However, I don't have a lot of options for upgrades and stuff, so if you guys have any ideas for that, please let me know in the comments below. This is the first time I am making a commercial game for Steam, and which is why I don't want to spend a lot of time on it and actually just understand what it's like to upload a game and market it and stuff. So even though this will be a very good quality game, it'll also be a very short game that will most likely last a couple hours or something. You know, a decent experience for about $5. So if you want to support me on this journey, you can wishlist the game by clicking the link in the description, and also you can support me by hitting the like button and subscribing to see how the game turns out. I do plan on releasing devlogs almost every week, but don't hold me to that because I don't work as fast. And yeah, thank you for hearing me out, and I hope I see you guys again soon. And that's all for today, and have a good day.